Wigan 0, Manchester United 2. Job done. And what's your thoughts on that game?
Well, great FA Cup win, 2-0, gulfing class. You always worry about these teams, especially when Wigan 18th in the third tier of football. You hope that they don't get that goal. They nearly did it after 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I've thought to myself, oh, here we go. But the golfing class was there for everyone to see. And to be honest, the only thing you can say about United, anything not positive, was the chances they created. Really, to be honest with you, we could have been 5, maybe 6-0 up at half-time, kill the game. But Wigan, fair enough. First 20 minutes, I thought they stuck to the task. United didn't really create anything. They had their chance after 3 minutes. And then once McTominay got his chance, he had a shot, didn't go in, but United then just took full control. Yeah,
Dalot with the first goal. Nice effort, good goal from Dalot. He actually got man of the match, the official man of the match. Did you agree with that? For me, I thought it was either Mainoo or Garnacho.
No, I didn't agree with that. I thought to myself, Mainoo there, he was all over the place. And it done him the world of good, to be honest with you, going forward. I thought Mainoo was just looking for the ball, creating, passing the ball, always moving, and that was the good thing about Mainoo. I thought he was in the game for the whole time he was on the pitch. I thought he had an excellent game.
Always puts himself an offer to receive the ball, and he was also linking up high up the pitch as well. And it seemed to me the majority of times he was coming up against for the duels, for the tackles, he was always coming out on top, winning the ball. Yeah,
that's the good thing about it. He wasn't like the star player. He just seemed to be on the left, on the right, going forward. He just seemed to be involved for all the game, and that was good. So going forward, like I say, that'll be good for him. But one thing I've got to say, and I did say it, the chances, when you look at them chances there, Rashford in the first half, McTominay had 2 chances in the first half, Garnacho. But the reality is here, and to be perfectly honest with you, Højlund should have scored. He should have scored 2 goals at least in that first half. Let's hope going forward that these chances and these misses and not reacting as quick as they should have been is out of the system now. Yeah. United just plodded on through that game, knew the class was there, knew they were good enough, but just in front of goal, there was just something missing. And with Højlund tonight, I was disappointed that he didn't score at least one of the 2 clear-cut chances. Yeah. So let's hope going forward he improves on that. Do you know what I mean? Especially in that first half.
Yeah, because this game, you was looking at it, you want your attacking players to score goals, get on the score sheet for this one, particularly your front three as well.
Yeah.
And you was looking at that Aston Villa game, he obviously got his first Premier League goal. You're going into this game, you're thinking, is that confidence still there? Then wanting to grab another goal.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't get on the score sheet tonight. Yeah,
I just hope it doesn't knock his confidence. But he kept going, and that's a good sign of a striker. He kept going. But like I say, against Spurs or against any team really in the Premier League, you've got to put them chances away. So that was a bit disappointing. But I looked at it there after the first half, could have been 4-5-0 up. And I thought second half, it was only a matter of time of doing the same thing, but scoring.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem that way for 15, 20 minutes. You could see Wigan were hopeful. They weren't out of the game. Yes, they should have been smashed out of the game, but they were still in it. Only 1-0. And then you've got the Bruno pen, and that pen just sorted them out.
What did you think of that? Because a lot was made in commentary, wasn't it? That, it's a soft penalty, but for me, if you go into ground inside the box and you're not getting the ball, winning it, you're in no man's land and you're leaving it up to the ref to make a decision. And for me, you caught him clearly.
Well, I don't even think you're leaving it up to the ref. I think it was a clear and obvious penalty. He caught his foot, went down, and that's the way it is. Any player what gets caught in that penalty box is going down. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter how soft the touch is. I don't think it was a physical challenge. I thought it was just a touch on his foot, but the touch is good enough, and Bruno is a good enough professional to know, I've just had my foot kicked, I'm going down. And it's as simple as that, and the ref was there. And I don't think anyone really can argue about it, but I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, there's a few in the chat just saying, look, lads, get a grip kind of thing. It's only Wigan. But at the end of the day, it's still a win, and the job needed to be done. And let's move on to the next game.
Yeah, I'm not celebrating Manchester United win. And I thought United should have thrashed them. I thought at times it looked like a training game. And I did say the golfing class is there to see. But you can only play and beat what's in front of you. United were wasteful tonight. That was the only thing. If it had been 5-6, 7-0, people would have been still saying, oh, it's only Wigan, even though you scored 5, 6, 7 goals. But the fact is, you can only play what's in front of you.
Yeah.
United tonight come off that pitch, and the good thing is they played football, no injuries picked up, and that's a good thing going forward, especially with the Spurs game coming up, and we've got players coming back. So why go full at it, these tackles and everything else, when the football done the job? You've seen what the back four was doing, and you've seen Mainoo control the game and the flow of the game, and Bruno also. Bruno done his job tonight. But like I say, we're not celebrating. We're just happy, just like all the other United fans were. Maybe they're a bit optimistic, singing Wembley, Wembley, here we come. But hey, one game.
But at the end of the day, surely we want the FA Cup. We want to be in that final at least, surely. When you're in a cup competition, you go into every single one to want to win it, surely.
Listen, we're in it. We want to win it. That's Erik ten Hag. That's the fans. We're in it. FA Cup is different, and it'll give us a different feeling going forward than the Premier League. It's tough. The next 4 games in the Premier League are tough. Do you know what I mean? So Spurs, Wolves, West Ham, Aston Villa, all these teams.
And that's where we want
teams
to see a bounce as well, particularly on our last league performance against Nottingham Forest. We need to see this bounce going into the weekend, don't we? It's going to be a tough ask against Tottenham.
Yeah, well, that's why I say about Mainoo. Looking at Mainoo, I watched him all game.
Yeah.
So going forward, there's a pattern there. There's a pattern of play. There's a pattern of play with Bruno there. The only disappointing thing was the chances. I know I looked at Rashford tonight, and I heard what someone said earlier on, and it was like, we need a bit more from Rashford. I thought Garnacho was out there. He was working hard, working back, trying to get the crosses in, running at men. Yes, Rashford was in the area, on the edge of the area and that, but he just didn't seem to have that zip. He'll have to pull his socks up and get a move on. And like I say, these chances, what were wasted, it was Wigan. Thank God it was Wigan tonight. Do you know what I mean? So going forward, I think that will give United and Erik ten Hag a bit of a boost, bit of a confidence going forward. And it was at times.
But do you think it will give him a boost, though, considering, the front three really didn't get on the score sheet against Wigan? And, we're going into the Premier League fixtures now, and, you're wanting surely goals from them to give you that confidence going into these league games.
Yeah, the goals didn't come, but look, going forward, you have to say they will improve. They will look at what went wrong tonight without a shadow of a doubt. And what went wrong was the actual finishing. It wasn't clinical, and it should have been. And that has to be turned around. So Erik ten Hag, the coaches, and all them forwards. I mean, Garnacho, he hit the bar. Rashford there, a few shots, 1 or 2 saves.
The more disappointing thing is if we weren't creating chances tonight, that would be a proper negative and a proper downer, to be fair. But we must have created at least 25, 30 shots on goal tonight. I'm not sure of the stats. If you know, get them in the chat.
I think we created 20, 25 chances at least. And we wasn't at full pelt. We wasn't doing 100 mile an hour because there wasn't any need for that. I think what United did, just got the ball, controlled the ball, kept the ball, and then just pushed it through to the wingers and to the forwards when they moved it up. There was no 100 mile an hour football from United because there was no need. As I said, the golfing class was there. These are 18th in the 3rd tier of football. These are players, Wigan players, who were loanees, who were youth players. These aren't like stars. These aren't players what have been bought for great money. These are a bunch of players what have been mixed together.
Apart from that early chance that they had, you didn't look at Wigan tonight and think there's going to be really a bit of a shock on the cards and they were going to get the win tonight. Let's have it right.
No, I never thought looking at Wigan tonight, except for that 3rd minute.
Yeah, and a good
effort.
save by Onana there. Give him credit for that.
Yeah, great save. Yeah. But I never thought Wigan were going to take control at any time. There was only after 20, 25 minutes, I just thought to myself, if United don't push on, right, and kill these off, Wigan will get more hopeful than what they are because they were trying. There was a break in play, I think, when Varane got injured, got a slap in the face. And I seen all the Wigan players on the sideline with the manager, and they were up for it.
Yeah, doing a bit of a team talk.
Doing a bit of a team talk. And I think that team talk gave them a little bit of a pep where they just went, come on, we're still in this game.
Yeah.
We're at 20 minutes into the game in the second half. You just don't know. And it is FA Cup football. And at the end of the day, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But tonight, United thoroughly deserved the win.
The thing is, there'll be a lot of people, and there is some in the chat as well, critical of the wasted chances tonight. But how do you think the players will feel after that? Do they think they'll still be confident after that, just knowing that they've got into the next round of the FA Cup? Or do you think they'll be like self-critical, analysing it as like, look, I should have got on the score sheet tonight, particularly the front three?
I think people watching the game and commenting on the channel there, it is right. Yeah, the amount of chances we had, poor finishing. There's no two ways about that. But the players will look at it, they'll work on it, and it was against Wigan. And as I say, thank God it was against Wigan because you can't afford to miss them chances in the Premier League. So they'll work on it, they'll get better, and that's what we hope. So I'm not criticising United tonight. They went out there, they've done a job. The fans thoroughly enjoyed themselves.
Yeah.
They were singing right through the first half, through the second half. There's no criticism from them. So you're not getting any criticism from me. Yes, we should have put the ball in the back of the net more. But hey, it's a cup tie, third division side, and we got through. There is no point being critical. All we can say is that let's hope that everyone back at United, when they're back in training, works on it and gets it right for the next game.
What do you think of Rashford on the left, Garnacho on the right, particularly Garnacho playing on the right-hand side? Do you think that's something they'll start persisting with going forward? Garnacho starting on the right-hand side ahead of like Anthony, Ahmad, etc.
I think the difference when you look at Garnacho and Rashford on the left, maybe even when he's on the right, he seems to have changed his style of football, whereas now he's not taking any risks, no chances, taking on people. He seems to want to look for the ball, stop, slow the game down, and just pass the ball off.
It's like he's trying to draw the defenders in more, though, than like trying to be direct, trying to take them on himself from the minute go.
Yeah, but I would turn around and say, if he's trying to draw on the players to him and then give it, he's actually not going. Whereas Garnacho, I think even if he plays on the left or on the right, Garnacho, he'll get the ball and he'll go sprinting.
Keeps to his style.
And he keeps to it, and he'll run, and hopefully a ball will come to him. A lot of the time, the ball doesn't come to him, right? But he goes looking for it and tries to create something. Whereas Rashford seems to like saunter around the pitch, wanting to come looking for the ball to lay it off. We're not seeing any dynamism. Yeah, some speed out of him, some creativity. So I'll change my words there. Try to be smart. I
couldn't even say it anyway.
Never works, does it, being smart?
I keep thinking of that magician, to be honest with you, Dynamo.
But Rashford doesn't seem to be able... He doesn't seem to be sprinting and looking for that second ball once he lays it off. He seems to look for the ball, lay it off, and then saunter around. So he's going to have to up his game. And for a man what turned round on New Year's Eve and said, we must do better, well, at the end of the day, Marcus, you've got to look at your own comment and your own performance, and you must do better. Because at the end of the day, someone comes in now, then Marcus is in danger of not just his performance. He could be dropped at some point going down the line, because we've got 4 games here and he has to put them performances. He has to create.
And the thing is, as fans as well, we want to see some consistency as well in the Premier League, not up and down performances, results.
No, listen.
We need to get some consistency in these next 4 or 5 games.
Listen, we all want consistency. We want wins. We want a Man United performance and that. But, I don't know what game we're going to get from one week to another in the Premier League. If you look at Aston Villa, we was on it. We was speed, fast, looking for it, tackles, the lot. First half and definitely the second half. You look at Forest, to me, it's like a team what just sauntered out there looking for a 0-0 draw. Yeah. So disappointed.
Like most of them didn't even want to be there, to be fair, from the minute go.
No, that's right. So obviously we all know something's terribly wrong what's going on inside the club. It doesn't matter about Jim Ratcliffe or anyone like that coming in and, you know, we're going to do this or we're going to do that. No, there's something terribly wrong. And I keep saying there's a virus in the club. So we don't know what we're going to get. All we can hope for is that there's a change of mood in the camp before this game, because Ratcliffe and Ineos are in there, and this thing's being talked about. So this, going forward, like I say, bit of a training.
Let's hope it's a good
exercise at time.
A good warm up going into the Spurs game.
Well,
let's hope so. We'll only know at full time against Spurs.
Well, that's how I look at it. Look, Christmas, New Year, the cobwebs have gone out, right? Few cobwebs there, few stiff legs. Not got the shots on target. That's how I look at it. So there's a positive. We've got the cobwebs out, brushed them out the way, and let's hope they're all firing on every cylinder.
Yeah, got the cobwebs out. I'd just like to thank everyone for joining us, getting involved in the chat. My man of the match was definitely Cobby Mainoo.
Yeah.
You as well. Let us know your man of the match. And yeah, Manchester United into the next round of the FA Cup. Let us know what you think in the comments as well, and smash that like button, Reds. Everyone enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.